What you watching, D?
CVNA, AMD. I'm kind of poking around right now, dude.
I got a phone call literally as soon as you said, "Hey, what you looking at?"
That's cool, dude. That's cool. Wait, I got alerts set all over the place, man, but nothing's quite
Okay.
where I want it.
Think I am
Happy
live.
I got a trade off the bell. Made a
I
little
have
bit,
been having
CRVS.
PDD's coming down pretty good. That might be interesting.
CRVS up. Miss so far.
That you, Steve?
If you remembered that voice that he can hear now.
I can't do it.
PLAG up low vol.
What'd you say? You were kind of muffled there.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Gotcha. I don't know what you're doing, but it sounds like you're covering the mic with your hand and trying to talk to it, or putting the whole mic in your mouth and speaking, one or the other.
No, by the other computer.
Okay. AMD, man. Wow. What you think about PDD, Thomas? Oof.
AAOI up.
Oh my god, look at PDD, bro.
That was 15. I remember PG&E and people got hurt both ways trying to play that one. Based on the wrong time at the end of that day. News got dropped.
CBNA dollar on way.
Man, PDD. Oh crap. I did not get filled there, and that sucks.
Like at B1.
I imagine you short.
Yeah. I don't know, so I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do now. I got out a little bit on the way down, then I tried to take out a little more, and it did not fill me, and now it bounced up to my average.
Super dollar separation from like 50 on it. What's your preferred reversal?
Alright, I'm just taking off a little more to clear myself and putting the rest out break even done.
Spread, huh?
Yeah, dude. That was kind of frustrating because it got down there and I tried to take it off down towards the bottom. Not all of it, but some of it, and it just wouldn't fill me. It just left my order hanging there, so I deleted it and then jumped up my average. I'm like, son of a gun.
So you jumped in that when it went through to 50?
I jumped in there as it went through the 50. I'm all out now. It just stopped me because I did a break-even stop because I got filled at like 48 or something. I don't even know where my, I think it was 40, 48, 44. I can't tell. Where was 43?
So you can click on the
All
arrow and it'll
CBNA.
tell you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had to click on the arrow. I was trying to just kind of give you a rough estimate, but
yeah, that works too.
but it was 43. But
Something wrong
freaking
with
just
my
jumped right back
computer.
up to my average. I was like, oh crap, don't like that.
Having all kind of issues with my internet.
Oh well, we're in the green. I'm out. There's my 2 trades on today. Not horrible day. Take it. It kind of sucked the way that went, but kind of got
Oh
scary there.
boy. Yeah, I should just go back to bed.
PD's is a tough one, man. Like, I'm partially want to short it here because I think it's going to run down to like 93.20s, but that's not that far away, and it could also just stay strong and be going sideways for a little bit up here, you know?
Yeah, and the way it's not anything smooth. It flashes up because I was like, okay, if it tests the 50, and it's like I don't have much room, and it just spikes all of a sudden.
I hate when I'm in a trade that does what that one did. It makes me not want to trade it again. Like, you know how it just jumped up like that? And it didn't fill me on my take profit on the way down either, which I'm like, yeah, that throws me for a loop. I like getting filled, but I don't get filled when there's spreads, so I got to be careful. And that one's a little bit spready at times. See Ivana just hanging up here. Carvana. That's been in an uptrend. What I see on this, I don't really know what to do with that one. That's the other one that I haven't liked trading lately. Yeah, it literally jumped right off its little trend line. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that one. And now PDD over everything. I'm staying away from that for now, dude. Another one going higher than I thought it would is A-firm. Not ready for these longs, man. watching Plitter. Damn, look at Carvana, man. Got any thoughts on that one, Thomas?
Other than it's up.
That's about it. And kind of in the same
AAOI
boat, like, I don't
15.20
know
plus
what's
orders
going
out.
Lord.
on. Really, it's
I don't
been
know
an
what's going on,
uptrend.
man. I can't. My internet
Obviously,
is,
pull back here,
and it's
back
just
into
on
an
my
uptrend.
computer.
Let's go
I've
all the way to
tested it throughout
highs,
the house. I don't. There's something
which is
going on with my
57.19.
computer, and it's just weird because I haven't changed anything. I haven't downloaded anything new. All that stuff. I don't understand what's going on.
I'm not really game to short it.
Once things slow down, I'm gonna try to restart. I don't want to restart now, but
CBNA bonus round. UPST is kinda up.
Mara.
AAOI cancelled orders.
Did you say that word?
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Too soon. Too soon.
Oh, because of 10. I thought you were talking about because of you, because you hate it.
Both.
No, please.
I know you hate that stock too, you said.
We finalized the divorce. They got most of it in the settlements, and that's all there is to it.
You guys don't talk anymore.
We talk when needed.
There you go. You've moved on.
You know, the alimony payments are over, but she took most of it in the divorce settlement.
Are you to the point where you can just wish her well and
I wouldn't go
you don't
that
cringe
far.
you don't cringe when you see her anymore, or you still
I'm not
kind of go,
exactly
oh,
gonna
there
wish
she
her.
is.
Not gonna wish her well, but I've stopped using what are those dolls you stick the pins into?
The voodoo dolls.
There you go.
You're no longer using voodoo dolls on her. That's good.
No.
That's
I
growth.
realized it's fine.
With him, Amara,
I don't know what's going on.
Thomas.
Shit.
Little spotty earlier, but she's definitely under everything right now. And there she goes.
We're writing Mara down.
I'm not in it, man. I should have been in it at 13:30 if I was gonna jump in. I'm a little skeptical down here just because it's low a day. I mean, it's probably gonna blast through most likely.
Of course it
Got a little
works.
support down at 1270, which is a decent change down. Kind of like to see it pop. If I was gonna take it, trying.
The CVNA is strong. SPY's pulling back, and this is trying to still go higher.
The CDNA was like I said earlier, man. That thing never really went into a downtrend, even when everything else was. This thing's kind of been had this uptrend, then it had this little downtrend dip moment, but
Oh man, I don't know. That was ridiculous.
MD with
Got the
big
stream to
pullback off
work.
those highs.
Regog, not yet,
Assuming you
but
didn't get any of that, Thomas.
I'm gonna start talking to Devin on Friday when the kids are finally both in school. I was talking to him a bunch. I've been watching him, I've been next to him trading for almost over 4 years now. And his way seems to always work. Always has a place in each market cycle. Mine seems to struggle a lot in certain market cycles, so it's kind of where we're at the moment. Mine was actually doing pretty well the last time we had a slow market, but I think I was a little bit more disciplined then. I think I started kind of putting a timeline on my making this work.
The boss.
So I started kind of pushing the envelope a little bit, and yeah. He's more of a trend follower.
This Mara.
Like he just jumped in short on Mara. Pretty sure you could hear it. You should be able to hear him.
Average.
Right here. 1309.
Yeah, so like he just jumped in short here on Mara. I would assume he is looking at this pretty obvious area that, well, my last price line's right on top of it. He's looking for this to break, and then he's looking, I'm assuming, down here towards 1215. Just this website. I'm so confused. Seem
I
Man, we missed
lightened it a little bit there, man, just because I'm not trusting it fully.
missed AMD again.
Yeah, I'm watching it, man. It didn't set up for me yet. There we go. Come on, give me a break, man. Let's do something here. I think I might have been foolish. Okay. Never mind. Making some money.
And there's the break.
Okay, stop break even is in, and boom, let's go. Yeah, freaking AMD all the way down, huh? Look at this thing go, though, man. Man, I was so right about that area. Was not sure when it was holding 13, but once it broke. She's got room down to 1270.
There was the 5 quintuple top on CBNA finally failed.
The old quintuple top, huh?
That's all it took. A quintuple top. It's been a pretty big seller there at 64. It touched several times.
All right. Honestly, I didn't feel bad with that. I did get too heavy, and it made me a little more nervous than I should have been, but
You only have one entry there?
no, two. And the same, like, literally the next candle I added. And then I kind of just played around my average for a minute, which made me nervous. So when it gave me green, I took off 200 to bring me down to, like, more comfortable shares, you know?
Right.
Just because I was getting, I don't know, I was just getting nervous. Size makes me nervous at times. What she said.
CBNA $.
Come on, give me that 1270-ish.
Over 200 point drop in what, 2 minutes? That's too wide. Trade changes.
Yeah. If I stop down here to like the 90s, got back in the 90s, I think I'm gonna take it off.
And that NAOV's going nuts.
All right, I'm actually taking off a tiny bit there, and then I'm gonna stop in. All right, now we let it go.
Yeah, my discipline yesterday was pretty
Damn,
shit.
AMD, Thomas.
I'm in it.
Oh, you're in it. Where'd you get in?
The thing
I
is,
chased.
I don't ever
105.26.
plan on stopping
Hey, you
the trades
bro.
that my edge that I have now,
I went in
because
half
it does
my
work
normal.
when the
I
market
should have be share size.
is
CBNA
working.
LNT.
I'm like, that's
But
way down.
unfortunately,
Were you gonna risk off of 105.70, or
we're not always getting
just out of
those
curiosity, where
plays.
were you
So
gonna let it go up to?
I've noticed
I
that when
was
my
still giving it
strategy is
20 cents
struggling a
risk.
little bit,
I
Devon's is
wasn't-
kind of
yeah.
working well. So
So you're only giving
it's
it
kind of
20
what it
cents,
comes
right?
down
You weren't
to.
giving it up to the 50.
No.
Okay, that's what I was asking, because I mean, I have trouble doing that because I feel I have to give it to the 50.
Yeah.
NAOV RND
That's
3
why
works
I-
LOL. Trail.
In reality, yeah, 100 shares, it would have been what, close to $50. You know,
Yeah.
It's not bad, but
Yeah.
not what I wanted to. Being that I knew I was chasing.
BEKE.
I didn't even see this on the scanner.
All right, guys, I have returned. I'm cold. I'm still in Mara. This is
Carrot
funny
dollar
one. I
on way.
actually longed it by accident, and then I jumped in short. But I break even on the long. Maybe I probably paid for my commissions if that. I'm assuming AMD has got you out.
Yeah, I took half out at the whole dollar, and then just I had leftover. So
Gotcha. Morrow is a slight chase, but it being that down into the lows, I assume that's breaking. You know, so it was kind of
Carrot trail.
worth the risk, in my opinion. Interesting to see what AMD does back up here at the 50.
hammer down.
I don't like that it didn't make a new low, to be honest. That it didn't go down below the low. Could just be at range today. If I'm guessing, right now, that's all I can say is that it's probably going to be rangy. But we'll see. I totally forgot that I'm in this other trade.
That's a good thing.
That I forgot I'm in it. Yeah, I'm literally just looking at other trades. I'm like, oh, I'm in something.
As long as you got protection.
Yeah, I got my stop in, dude. I'm solid. I'm just gonna let it stop me and stop me. I'm out.
Watching BEKE.
There's a stock that I haven't looked at in a minute. I don't think I've ever had any luck trading that thing. I think Thomas did.
What's the flaw in my strategy? Do you want an honest answer?
Man. We gotta putting together a little
Like
day, man. That's
like
not
the
bad.
most honest answer I can give you?
Here comes some numbers.
The flaw in my strategy is me. The strategy works. The edge is there. It's me. I'm the problem. I am the flaw. The problem is you can't systemize it. You can't have a computer trade it for you the same way that it's supposed to be traded. That's what makes it so hard. But if you like Mara yesterday,
damn,
that's not my edge. I should have never been in that trade to begin with, and I avoid that loss altogether.
That's what I'm saying, dude. She's been in a little bit of a rangy little B type dude lately. Where I don't like that. You know, when she just kind of ranges like that. Guess it up.
So even when times are slow like they are now, the strat still shows itself here and there. It's just a matter of capitalizing on it and also not FOMOing into trades that are not your edge. And I have a big issue with
I hope
sitting
our
here.
afternoons
I
start
sat here
picking
for
up,
like
man.
2 weeks,
'Cause honestly, I'm getting to the point where
praising myself
I don't
every
think
day
there's
that I
any
didn't
point in trying
trade.
to
I
trade
had
the
so many
afternoons.
no trade days. And then I had a trade yesterday morning. It worked. And I got in
That
Mara
sucks.
yesterday with the intention of write or write out. And it came down a little
Interesting
bit. Could have
chart
took it
is
off.
a
Very
plitter.
small green. Or just cut it at high of day for a very small loss. But that very small loss would have put me just a tiny red on the day because my
Nice
other
sell
trade
off up here from
was a smaller
1590
win.
down to 1560.
And I was like, you know what, let's just see what
Heading
it does
back to
here. And then
1590 if
look
she
what it turned
rejects,
into.
I like it.
Right? The discipline in that moment went out the window. Whether,
And
you
if
know,
you
what
look at one,
all the
2, 3, 4
factors
days
that
ago,
went
that's
into
where
that
it's a huge
decision
sell-off.
to fight that instead of just cutting it and moving on are the flaw of the strategy,
It goes through there, and that can mean
which
up.
is me.
We'll see.
Had I cut that, we're fine. Pretty much, you can go back. There's maybe out of the countless max losses I've taken trading this strategy, there's probably, we'll just use a round number of 20, right? Out of all the years I've been trading, let's say I've had 20 max losses. I would say maybe 3 were like legit max losses, and the other 17 were probably me just ignoring the edge itself, not wanting to take a smaller loss, not wanting to take a medium-sized loss, and just letting them all turn into max losses. And that is definitely the problem. There's definitely a future with this strategy. If I was grinding, right, like all those days, like I'm still up overall with this strategy. Like it's a profitable strategy. But this year, it was totally on me. I like the big loss I had at the beginning of the year on Tesla. That wasn't even my strategy. That was just me being
DRMA.
stupid. That wasn't even Tesla, I don't think. Some other picker. But like another big loss I took was Tesla. Like that was, I gave Tesla like $2,000 in that one day, and it wasn't even my edge. Like I was just messing around with it, and I refused to accept a loss on it, and I just let it keep going against
take
me.
back what I said earlier.
Again,
The reason I got
that's
into
me.
that, it broke the 61.8 on AMD.
So
Gotcha. To the down. Oh, I see that.
it's just I think it's just a matter of
I was sitting
me
there doubting myself. I was like, did I
finally
chase it
hitting
that hard from the
that
well,
point
from the 50?
where
Yes, but I don't think I would do
I
that.
only
Why
take
did?
the
Oh wait,
Yeah,
trades
that's what I was
that I need
thinking
to
when
take.
you said you jumped in, and I'm
And that's
looking
the
at
other
50.
thing.
I'm like, I don't see
What I was
that,
going to
man.
say
That's a
earlier.
freaking crazy trade.
If you put a 0 behind all my days that I'm just grinding, or just a
But I
0
can
in
see that
general
trade.
behind
And
my
now you're
overall
only
profit,
risking off of.
etc.,
Now you have a risk off of that 61.
and take away those 17 out of 20 max
I
losses
assume
and
that's
make
what you
them
did.
smaller or
Yeah.
medium-sized losses,
Yeah,
it's
that makes
a
sense.
huge difference. So it really comes down to me. It comes
The
down
other
to
way
me.
just
It's
didn't make
always
sense.
came down to me. So like these days where I'm
I
making
couldn't
50 to
process. I was like,
$100,
You're making money though.
those days would be 500 to 1,000.
I don't have those.
And
Yeah,
I've been
I started
considering
doubting myself. I
$50
was like,
days
did I
slower
chase it?
Why did
days.
I do that?
Why did I get in it?
Even
Oh
if
wait,
I only
there it
make
is.
like 20 bucks,
There you go.
that would be
That makes more
$200.
sense, man.
Like it's so much easier to cope
That
with
makes a lot more sense.
days like that if you're making a bigger amount
I'm
of
like,
money.
Jesus,
But the
dude, that's
problem
just so
is
far
I'm
from
not
that
sized
50.
for
I
that,
can't.
and I'm having trouble
But
scaling to that
like you
size.
said,
And
there's
then
another
like
reason
I said, I
now I get
just
it.
lack of discipline, et cetera, et cetera.
NCMI up.
I'm
Yeah,
halfway
I mean, like
watching
I said, I
Affirm.
do plan on talking to Devin quite heavily, starting on Friday. I told him I wanted
Gonna
to wait
leave
until the
some,
kids were in school, which is Friday is the first day that they're in school. And then I think we're closed on Monday, aren't we? Pretty sure we're the market's closed on Monday. The market closed on Monday?
Yep.
Yeah, I would think.
I haven't even looked. I pretty sure Labor Day is everything. Are you checking? I mean, I'm like 99.
No, I was assuming as well, and if you're
Arrogant.
all assuming, I'm pretty sure it's probably right.
I'll check for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I mean, it'll always be stressful because then your max loss gets higher and higher. And yeah, I mean, it's just part of it. I mean, scaling with any strat is stressful. But a strat like Devin's, he has like a max loss that is a lot smaller,
Monday.
like in
Guru
comparison.
David.
So there is that.
So yes, the market is closed on Monday.
Thank you, sir.
I had already kind of in my brain taken it off, but
I don't
but
know
wasn't.
what's
I was
going
like, what?
on. I've been
Is it-
having trouble with certain websites lately, and TraderSync works for everything except for that management chart.
Has a good
Like
chance
the
of
whole rest of
falling
the
off
site
up here,
seems to
and I
work
don't
for
think
me,
I'm gonna
but
be able
the
to get it
management
balanced.
chart isn't working for some reason.
I gotta leave in like
You
15
try like
minutes.
editing the.
Yeah, 15 minutes though.
That's usually what's on the right side of my screen that you can see, but for some reason, like the screen pops up, but the graph doesn't come up. Understand why?
Flitter fixing to test high day.
I don't know.
And there it is.
You know, it depends on what happens the rest of this year.
A little bit at A firm.
What happens the rest of this year is going to
55.
determine what goes on with me. So 1 to 2 years, I can't really answer that until until late December this year. But I can tell you right now, if I can't figure something out by late December, like some kind of definite direction, maybe pulling some money in, etc., it's not looking good. I mean, I've always been upfront and honest with everybody. It's just right now it's tough. I mean, I don't want to say I feel like the 90%, but I feel like of the 10%, I feel like maybe the 2% of the 10% that is struggling right now, because there's a lot. If you look around, I'm not the only one struggling. It just so happens that a lot of the other people have
had a lower high
have some money to fall back on. I don't. This is it for me.
On the 1 minute, it's doing the cross right now. I know that's not.
And to be completely honest, I'm getting tired of not providing money for the family at the moment. So there's that too.
21 on the 2, it kind of gives me a little
like even if I had some shit 30K a year job, I'd be better than what I'm doing right now for my family. So there's a lot of mental behind it as well, which is not helping. I don't want to give up, man. This is the first time in my life I was that person that would jump job to job, and because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. And then it was like I found this. I found day trading and I started to get into it. I've never tried harder to do anything in my life than this. And I think that's what got me to where I am.
It's at VWAP now.
Unfortunately,
it's just chilling at 48-ish.
I mean, what do I do from here? You know, I don't really. I can't make the market
35K.
provide opportunities.
SMX.
I wish I knew why my computer is being so dumb as well. Hopefully a restart will fix it, but I didn't want to restart until around lunchtime.
SMX.
I have shares on this. 32,000. It's an avoid.
Just trying to hold, but I'm feeling weakness in this thing. We'll see. I got a tight stop on her.
SMX in but should avoid BP issues.
It's not going over 60 with me in it.
ACMR up. Plenty.
Should an ACMR. Kind of a breakout on the daily, it looks like. Volume sucks.
Go, 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 go. Break it, break it. She wants to break that so bad.
Assuming on your other chart you can see what's right there.
Yeah, I know if you up there. So
I'm
it's on
just-
Thomas.
I agree with you though. It does feel like it wants to go lower.
And all that means is when it gets below it, it's going flushy flush.
Oh, I don't know where that line came from. You got the highs from yesterday too.
I see.
If it can get through those, man, you're
Tio.
golden.
Yeah, I mean, if you look back on this, this is a history of falling from this level pretty damn hard.
Yeah, I see it on the day.
It doesn't like it up here, so I'm gonna assume today it's not going to either. But I don't have much time to stay on this either, so it's got to start falling soon.
Tio.
There you go, through BWAP.
Get TO if it pops back up. We only got 13,000 shares on that one. There's like no volume in this. Pretty crazy. Boy. Yep.
Right now,
Sports,
we've got
video
literally-
games. I'm
gonna make
literally.
something on this trade.
I mean, you sound just like me.
Let me go
As
back up.
I'm very competitive, but as far as like the job market goes and stuff like that, like I was never interested in that.
She gets to be a little winner.
But
or she gets to be a big winner.
once I found this, man, it was. Yeah, Jay, what's up, man? Yeah, be glad you're on vacation, man. It's been quite the
Just a little
crappy. It's been quite the
I
crappy
don't have
week.
time. I
I
gotta
don't know
leave
if
in
you
5
saw what
minutes.
happened to me yesterday, but
I'm not fucking with it. Hello.
ACMR up in the 20s there would have been decent. I was watching my bands. It was pretty close to them, but I would have liked a little higher. Probably comes back down, retest 1680 would be my guess. Those slow ones, man, with no volume, they're tough. I don't really. It's hard to read them.
What you watching, Thomas? Anything good?
No, nothing really.
No, I did on that one. I put your fib lens on it. I can't trade with those on the shirts, man. I don't know how you do it. What do yours look like when they're on the chart? Let me see. You post one?
Yeah.
That's even more distracting than what I got going. I definitely don't like with the numbers all over there.
CHSN.
I wonder if I make them thinner, if they would bother me less. Let's see. They're already the thinnest they can be, man. I don't know what to do about this. I don't like them on the chart,
CHSN
you know?
32K.
Just one of those things where it's hard for me to
Seeing
trade
2K
with
here.
them there. Or to think. Clutter main. Clutter might be worth watching.
Kind of looks like a long where it's at right now, huh?
CHSN. HTB.
It's definitely hard. What's up, Adley? Definitely not easy. Well, that's the thing, man. I think if I had another strategy, it'll keep me away from these dumbass trades that I
CHSN.
take. So that was actually the primary reason I was even like looking into adding a strategy, just to keep myself disciplined and keep my mind moving in other places. So I can literally, if I'm looking for two strategies and I'm like, I pull up Mara yesterday and I'm like, nope, that's not my trade, and I just move
CHSN.
on looking for something else. Where yesterday when Mara coin, all them started going, it was like, well, I don't have anything else to trade, and this is the only thing that looks promising. You know, let me watch it. And then we all know how it ended.
CHSN.
So it's one of those things. It's one of those things. Like I said, like I was telling Gog, like the strat works. You just have to trade it correctly. Yeah, it's really it's really all it comes down to. Oh boy. On a positive note, I am super close to seeing a 1 and then an 8 on the scale. I was 191.6 this morning. Pretty I'm getting pretty stoked to see a 1.8. It's been a long time. It's been a long time without you, my friend. God damn it, Paul Walker. I do have one other strat that is not public because it doesn't even involve equities. Well, actually, I have two other strats. I do have the very long-term hold strat going on with index funds. And then there's another one with futures that I have that I've been testing out on one of those prop firm accounts. Oh, that's
Did you even put an order out yet, T?
FUTU $.
no, sir. Should I have?
That's a controversial subject there.
Was there anything that was the para type move? Did you trade something?
I traded one pair.
Which one? I didn't see a chart.
I think it was Uber. It was Uber.
Oh yeah, you posted it up here. Oh yeah, right at the bell.
All right, guys, I'll be back. I gotta take the kiddo to school.
Speaking
Hi,
of
man.
Uber, all right, Uber Dad, be gone.
Uber Dad is gone. I'll be back in about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Hey.
Well, I made the vanilla and the chocolate bases last night.
Nice. So I found the trick is to hit that first one, and you use the 2%, right?
2%.
The Fairlife.
Oh, shit, I don't know. I'd have to go get it out the fridge.
Well, I was just gonna say the settings on the machine. There's like a ice cream setting, and then there's like a light ice cream setting.
Yeah.
The only time you should use the regular ice cream setting is if you use whole milk.
I just took it off the last 3 minutes.
Is that
Gotcha.
That happens.
Steve?
13,
Yeah, use the light ice cream for everything else. So like 2% skim, almond, like all that stuff. And then you're gonna hit it that first time. It's gonna be done. You're gonna open it up, and it's gonna look a little crumbly. Just close the lid again, put it back in, and hit the respin. Like they know that's gonna happen. That's why they literally made a respin button, because that's just, I guess, part of the process. And if you want, before you respin, you add like just a small dab, like a tablespoon of milk on top, and then when you put it in there, it's like when it's done that second time, it's perfect. It'll be fine the second time around without the milk, but if you want it to be a little more creamy, you add that tablespoon. If you want it to be a more like harder, closer to like, I guess, ice cream. It really kind of depends. I would try both ways, because sometimes, man, having that little extra creaminess to it, oh, it's amazing. But there's sometimes you want like that harder, like ice cream type feel.
Yeah, see, I'm the one that I throw my ice cream in the microwave for 30 seconds before I
Oh
eat
yeah,
it.
gotcha. Yeah, so throw a tablespoon of milk in between spins. That would be perfect. I'm excited for you. Definitely wait the 24 hours as well. If you don't, like, I mean, there's been times where I've waited like 20 versus the 24, and it's like, it's so weird that you would think, what's that extra 4 hours of frozen gonna do? But for some reason, it does change. Like, I don't know why, but it does. Yeah, at least you got out break even, Adley. I mean, that's what I mean. I should have took the small loss on Mara yesterday, and my mindset would be totally
Yeah, I
different
actually made 2 bases with
today. I'll tell you
yours.
that.
Exact recipe, and then I cut your sugar in half. I noticed when I made, which somebody called for about the same amount, I made like an orange vanilla, and it was so freaking sweet, dude. We don't have sweet tooths really around here, so it was overpowering. Sugar.
Right. Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I it's a good idea. I don't think, like, I have a sweet tooth, but I'm like I've been eating healthier. So like when I do eat healthier, I notice that I'm more sensitive to sweet stuff, and I haven't really sensed it being too sweet. But I don't know. I don't know. That's a good idea. I mean, maybe it'll taste similar, and then you just cut the sugar in half. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
But I will say that guy where I got the bases and the videos I sent you, if you ever watch some of his videos, like, he will make these recipes before he posts them online like 100 times until he feels it's perfect. So he doesn't like just make something like on the whim and throw it on YouTube. Like he'll take a month plus testing a recipe before he puts it on there, because he's like super anal about it being delicious.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my son to try these, and if he's like it's close, I'm gonna end up ordering that Dutch chocolate he was saying for the Oreo, because that's all my son eats is cookies and cream Oreos.
Oh yeah, dude, it's so good. I haven't made a cookies and cream one yet, but it's amazing. And if you really like apple pie, the one on his channel, that it's a apple pie one, and it's a lower calorie one, because I think he uses almond milk and stuff. It was amazing. It was probably my favorite one, but I haven't made it again because I just keep
CHSN.
trying new stuff. But I need to make that one again. It was by far, well, that I'll say the Cherry Garcia was my favorite, but those two are my favorite. Dude, I get so excited talking about this stuff.
CHSN.
Now, when you take it out the freezer for the second time, unless you eat the whole pint in one shot.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There
okay.
ain't no stopping that once it starts. I will tell you, if you eat it after you've eaten something else, it can be a little daunting to eat the whole thing. But if you do put it back in, yeah, I'm assuming you're gonna ask if you have to respin it. Yeah, you do, because I have done that before.
Well, do you respin or do you hit the light ice cream again?
Yeah, you gotta basically respin it as if it were frozen again.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like ice cream where it'll sit in there the way that it does.
Yeah.
No, addedly, it was not. That's what we were talking about. Here, I'll pull it up since there's something going on. I was watching my buddy. He was getting he's in this NAOV.
CHSN.
He had a stop at 321 or 421, sorry. And it went to 423, but it didn't stop him on that push up. Very, very odd. So if we zoom in, let me look at where I got
CHSN.
in. I don't remember. I know it was like a backside type entry. Let's see. Was 1181. So it was this, yeah. So it was this move right
CHSN.
here. So I got in at, it looks like at the break of, or I was looking for the break of the, oh, so it was the second candle. So it was here.
CHSN.
So this candle here went up and made a high at 1194.9. I got in on this candle looking for it to break down below that level and give us a nice pullback. All I had to do, even if I got the bottom of this candle with, I think I started with 100 shares at 1171.
CHSN.
The top of this candle was 1194. I cut it, get a couple cents slip it. It's 25, 30 bucks, right? I turned that into an over $800 loser. Not even my edge. If you would have looked at the bands on this,
CHSN.
it's going to be the right stuff. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. It got to the bands on that first candle, right?
CHSN.
Would have been a nice, I mean, it wasn't a nice pullback. I guess 1180 to 1150 isn't bad, right? They got 30 cents out of it. But I played it over here. When I get into a trade, I tell myself I'm not adding unless it gets close to the bands again. This thing,
CHSN.
the more you go sideways, it never even comes close. It just grinded. It just grinded. Where I got in, I shouldn't have been in to begin with. It wasn't near my bands. Even this candle, right? Even if this candle goes to the bands and I'm looking for like a backside play, it should be after it touched those bands. It didn't. Like that's my edge right
CHSN.
now, is looking for such an extension that it touches these bands. And it was just dumb. It was very dumb. It was a bad trade overall, and I paid the price. So now today it gets to rub it in my face a little bit that it'll go down to
CHSN.
where I was in this at one point at like 1320 something with 1,000 shares. But it just never pulled back. Never fucking pulled back.
CHSN.
Yeah, it was rough. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see starting Friday. I'll probably see if Devin's available over the weekend as well. I mean, when we first met, we would be up all hours of the night, man, just talking, trading, trying to learn everything and anything.
Tia. Tia. CHSN.
Getting kind of hungry. Yeah, handedly, 100%. It's kind of what I woke up saying today, hence I haven't even put an order out. I write, trust me, dude. In my TraderSync, I write plenty of notes to myself all the time. I don't always go back and reread them, but as I'm writing them, I take them to heart. My buddy might get lucky here. Had to stop at 421. Went to 423. It didn't stop him out somehow. Now this is actually looking kind of heavy. If it can get through this level here,
MIGI up.
it might work out. Reread them? I mean, I basically just did when I went over the Mar chart with you. I essentially just broke down why I shouldn't have been in the trade. And essentially told myself to use the bands more often. Like, do not enter a trade unless it hits the bands. I don't mind trading things that aren't like huge, like in breakout areas. Like Plitter, like look at Plitter for instance. Like if you're scrolled out, you can see an obvious area here, right? So if it gets above through there up to the 1630, which looks like, I'm not sure where this is from. Doesn't even look like a good spot on the daily, to be honest. It's at a key spot on the daily. Move this up to here because it actually 1690s looks like a better area. But as long as it gets to the bands, right? Right now the bands are at 1620. I still want to see it get away from its previous resistance intraday. So right now that's pretty clear. It's right there.
TO.
15.9916 essentially. So I'd want to see it extend away from there, touch my bands, and to me that's a valid trade within my edge. However, this is Plitter, which is a huge company, so I would probably be starting this half size. The only time I'm putting like full size on
TO.
something is when it's a nice move. TO. Here's on this anyway. I need to mute it. It keeps popping up on the scanner, but for some reason it's not going to the monitor, so I can't right click and mute it on there. This. Now if we can get through here, 337. What I need to do is get my sticky notes back out and put them on my monitor. That's what I need to do. Dun, 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 dun. SMX, that's what David was in. Oh, that's working nicely. I think this is the one he said he had buying power issues. Yeah. So he didn't get the ad, I don't think. His average is 177. Damn, that sucks. Keep forgetting I have that button now. Pretty stoked about it, actually. You know what? I'm gonna go get a sticky note. Be right back. Let's see. Is it touching the bands? Is it extended from previous resistance? Is it a big company and or on earnings? That was what the last one means. I just wanted to make sure it fit. That's essentially my edge in a sticky note. All the other stuff that goes along with it is stuff that you're just going to learn through experience. Can you guys, are you still here? It's like my internet's being stupid again. Being very slow. Did get this to work. All right. I think I'm going to end the stream. If something pops up, We'll see. I'll still be in Discord. I'm gonna restart my computer though, because this is ridiculous. Hopefully the restart will fix it. I'll be here tomorrow morning. Until then, stay safe.